Good morning. Today is Monday, February 3rd. I've already been out for today. This morning, or Saturday, I said that I had gotten a letter from my mortgage company saying that they need information for insurance or else they'll charge me for it. So, I had to go to Walgreens anyway to refill my prescription. So I went there thinking that, I drop it off and say it would take like a half hour to fill it. So I was going to go there, drop it off, and then walk to the insurance agency and then walk back to pick up the prescription and then go home. Well, there was hardly anybody there by the pharmacy, so it didn't take that long to fill it, less than 15 minutes. So I stayed there, picked that up, then walked to my insurance, AAA, and he said they want the outside. So he said to go to that insurance agency and talk to them, tell them to put it on their file or whatever, so I don't keep getting that letter every year, because they send it to us every year. And you have to call, and then we contact the HOA so we could get that form and then send it to the mortgage company. So that was an extra trip I didn't expect, and an extra expense on Uber, because it's a lot further than AAA is. So, went there, and then the system was they redid their computer system over at the other insurance agency that the HOA uses, so it's kind of slow. And then she tried to fax it to the mortgage place, and it kept denying it, because once you did it the first time, I called my Uber, or for an Uber, to pick me up to go home, and while waiting for him, it failed once, and she tried it again, and it failed again, and he was almost here, well, not here, but there, and I'm like, can I give you my number? Because she was going to call the mortgage company to straighten it out about the fax. So I said, do you want my number? Because my Uber's almost here. So she said, yeah. So I quickly gave her that while the automated thing at the mortgage company was going on. So then my Uber was here, and then my Uber was almost like a minute away when I walked out the door, and she was talking to somebody. So, yeah, and then I'm home, and then going there and coming home from where that insurance place was is a lot further where I live, and it costs a lot more. So, yeah, that wasn't not expense that I wanted on my credit card. But I've been really good this month. It's, the last I looked, it was, under 150. I know I used it a couple times since I last looked, so it should be under 200 still. So, I'm not worried about it. But I'm staying home today, rest of today, knock on wood, and tomorrow I'm not planning on going out, or Wednesday. So, and by then, the billing cycle for this month will be done. So I'll start a whole new month. So, yeah, that was my fun for today. And then yesterday, went to lunch at PF Chains. And I was going to get sushi, but there wasn't many choices. There's like 4 or 5 choices. And the cheapest one I wasn't crazy about. And so I just got lo mein with beef, and that was really good. They do give you a lot, but not a lot, like some people had, because they took some home. I ate the whole thing. No wonder I need to go on a diet. But, yeah. And then I came home. I did not watch the game. I flipped to it every so often to see the score, and Chiefs were losing. And then I flipped it again during the third quarter, and they were winning. And then I watched the last, I want to say it wasn't 2 minutes, it was under 2 minutes. And they were still winning, and they won, so I was happy. And then I started crying because I knew she would be so thrilled. And she probably kicked their butts to get them in gear for them to win. And I posted on Facebook a couple times, and then my uncle called to to tell me because he knew I wouldn't watch. But I said, I watched the last minute, and so, and then I checked Facebook again because I tagged my mom on a couple of the posts that I posted last night, and then I checked her screen, her profile, and my cousin posted a thing on her page about it. So that made me cry again. And yeah, so anyway, I finished because I finished a strip on the diamond painting. What I did was I tore it in half so it'd be a little bit more manageable. So I did that. That's what it's looking like right now. Looks better far away than it does close up as usual. And I'll probably work on it today. And like I said, I'm not planning on doing anything else today. And yeah, it's really windy. It was windy late in the afternoon and evening, all day last night, and then this morning it's windy. I opened the blind and saw this junk in here that I'll probably clean up a little bit later when I take out the garbage. I was kind of hoping that the landscapers will show up and to clean all this up. But they'll probably show up tomorrow when it's all cleaned up. But yeah, that's the plan for today, and that's enough rambling, so I'll see you guys later. Good morning. It's Tuesday, January 4th, and I never heard back from the woman that I talked to at Farmers Insurance. That's the insurance company that the HOA uses for our outside of the property. So I'm guessing that things are straightened out with the mortgage company and the insurance for that. So, because she never called me back to say otherwise. So that's what I'm guessing and hoping for. So that's one less stressful thing to worry about. And like I said, yesterday I stayed home. I watched a documentary on Hulu that wasn't that great. I was into it and not into it, and in and out. But then I watched the Aaron Hernandez documentary on Netflix. I just binge watched it last night. It's 3 parts and it was good. And then for dinner, I had the shredded beef from Trader Joe's, and fried it up. And I used to season it onion powder, minced onion, garlic powder, oregano, and some beef broth. It was Made a baked potato in the Instant Pot. That turned out really good. And a handful of broccoli from Trader Joe's. Well, the potato was from Trader Joe's too. And I used the rest of the gravy that I've saved from making cube steak in the Instant Pot, and the gravy is awesome. It's beef stock, French onion soup from Campbell's, and the au jus gravy. It's really yummy. And I've been saving, I haven't saved it the last time I made it, but the last couple times I saved the gravy in the freezer, put it in the container and freeze it. So that I put that on top of the potato and some on the beef. Not the healthiest thing, but it's really yummy. And for dessert, I had some yogurt, and I bought a long time ago at Costco a big bag of the brownie brittle. My mom used to have it for, like, she had a little something in the morning so she could take her pill. uh, a couple pills in the morning, and I forgot I had it, so I had some last night to go with yogurt. And this morning I woke up earlier than normal, so I ate earlier than normal. So I had yogurt for breakfast, and on top mixed in, I used the rest of that brownie brittle stuff because I have to have crunch in my yogurt. So that, and then by 10 o'clock or closer to 11, I was like starving. I was like, so I ate lunch early. And for dinner, I'm going to have the rest, well, not the rest, some of the beef in there, and then I think some broccoli. I need to go to the store. I mean, there's stuff in here, but not really. And the freezer's getting kind of empty. I mean, there's still stuff in here, but like for lunches and stuff, and I need eggs and probably another milk and some fruits and veggies and snacks. I'm not going to buy any bread. I'm going to try to do, low carb. Even though I haven't been doing the greatest at it, but I'm trying to, use what I have and not throw it out. Because when he told me, well, when the nurse from the doctor's office told me to go low carb, I had just taken this bread out of the freezer and stuff. I'm thinking of going tomorrow to the store, but I really don't want to because I want to see how much money I have. And I don't want to do a big shop, and I think I need to. But I don't know. That's kind of stressing me out too. Because I still have to pay the mortgage for this month. I mean, I still got time to pay it. It's only the beginning of the month. But, I have money. And my Skyver bill, and then I got the bug bill. And I think that's about it, because I wrote in the gas bill, and that won't I took that out of the checkbook, so anyway, I'm rambling. So far this morning, I finished gluing down napkins in this junk journal with the glossy pages. And this one, this goes like this, but I just glue down the napkin to the envelope just because it started to glue itself to it when I was gluing it down. This is actually tissue paper. And again, I was gluing this down, and I just continued gluing onto that envelope. And that's pattern tissue. I think I said that before. Who knows when I get back to working on art journaling, because I really don't feel like it. That's that, and then I had another journal that I made. I did this for Canvas Court because I was using their stuff in it, and I didn't like how it was binded. It was kind of loose. So I took out the knot and redid it. So, yeah, I was tempted to do the same thing, gluing down napkins with the shiny mailing stuff, but I haven't done that yet. And I don't know if I'm going to. Other than that, nothing much is going on. I did straighten up the mantle, took down the Christmas stuff, except for the little ornaments. I think I'm gonna leave them there. And I gotta wipe it down because one glitter from a Christmas card is all over here. You can see right there. Put them away, and then I sort of straightened out the closet in the master. I had like those two Rubbermaid bins sitting, you know, out here, and put one in there, and then the other one's over here. I mean, I still have to straighten it up a little bit. I'll put the wrapping paper back up there, but I took the sewing tin down because I needed a needle. I just have to put it back up. So, yep, that's what's been going on. And so I'm going to end it here and see you guys later. So it's around 7 o'clock. I haven't gotten the mail yet. I don't want to go out because it's cold out there. But I need to go check the mail. Earlier this afternoon, I was on Facebook, like now. And periodically in the last few days, I check Winco's Facebook group to see when that store is going to open by me. And there's like 3 or 4 stores that are going to open soon across the country. No date. But today or yesterday, I know I saw it today, that they're opening the one in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The grand opening for that is Thursday. But no other dates for anything else. And I said like a month or so ago on the vlog that got postcards saying coming soon, and they're hiring, and I did contemplate about applying because it's really close. But you know, with my arthritis in my lower back, there are days where it really bothers me. Like if I do a lot of walking or standing for long periods of time or doing a lot of bending and stuff, it really bothers me. Some days it's not as bad, like today it doesn't hurt as bad, but you know, the other days it really bothers me. And when I got that postcard, it was one of those days, even longer than that day, that it really bothered me. And I'm like, no, you can't. You shouldn't do it because you'll be standing a long periods of time and your back's going to kill you. So I didn't apply. But anyway, after I looked on Facebook, I looked on their website and I went to locations thinking, oh, maybe they'll post something on their website, you know, what the date was. And I didn't see anything on the homepage, but I went to location, and there's already 2 here. There's one in Henderson and one in Vegas, but it's a lot farther from me. And all of a sudden, I see the one that's by me, and I'm like, oh. I'm thinking, and they give the hours and all that stuff. I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna, you know, I thought it was open and then everything, and I missed it. So I messaged Winco because you can message them, and they didn't get back to me right away because their social media person wasn't there when I sent the message. And I sent the message around 12:30, I think. No, 12 o'clock. And they got back to me like 2 hours later. And basically I asked when the one by me is going to open, because I noticed on the website it's listed in the store location. And they said, thank you for your the standard. Thank you for your great question. For the great, let me say that again. Thank you so much for the great question. We're still working on the last details and hope to announce the date within a month. So please stay tuned. We're getting close and can't wait. So I've heard between February and March, so it's getting there. I can't wait because I heard this store is much cheaper than Albertsons and stuff. You know, I heard good things about it, so I can't wait. And it's be closer than Albertsons. But the only thing that stinks is if I want to go to, I can't go to both because Trader Joe's is in the same area as Winco. It's like right across the parking lot. Because one time I went to Kmart and then I walked to Trader Joe's, or it was the opposite. I went to Trader Joe's, looked around, and went to Kmart. Something like that. But yep, so nothing exciting happened this afternoon. When I ate dinner, I put my dinner on my plate on the table, and I pushed the diamond painting I'm working on, and these were on top of the diamond painting. Of course, they were open, like I have them. And I pushed it too far, and they fell. And a couple of them opened and spilled on the carpet. So that was great fun picking them up, and I put them in the container. I separated them by two different, because one was like a pink. I think it was this section. So I put these in here, and then the other one that fell, was this one. It was only these two, the two grays. And there was in the other container, but luckily, they weren't similar in color, so I was able to tell which one went with where, because they didn't completely empty, thankfully, because I would have been, well, I think I still had extras and baggies, so that would have helped me a little bit. But yeah, so that was fun. I spent an hour putting them back in the containers. But I watched Taylor Swift's documentary on Netflix while I was doing that. So, because I came up here to do it because I had the better lighting and stuff. So, that's about it. And I'm going to end it here. You can check the mail. Try not to get too cold out there. And yeah. So, see you guys later.